Welcome back to SwitchCorner, and it's time for our weekly look at gems you can find right now on the Switch. This week's a little different though. To celebrate our 20th episode and 100 game milestone last week, I'm now going to be taking a look back at those first 20 episodes and breaking down every single game that hit the Black Friday sales, and in fact that is going to be 35 games. Because of how many there are, I am going to be breaking this down into 2 episodes. This part, it's going to cover episodes 1 through 10. Tomorrow I'll drop another episode that's going to cover episodes 11 through 20. Sadly, these deals are yet to hit the UK, EU and Australia, so add them to your wish list if you are located there, and hopefully they're going to drop in the coming couple of days. Otherwise though, just jump across to the US eShop. Next week it will return to normal with volume 21, but yeah, with that, hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as we all do here, join our growing family, and let's take a look at the first 19 games. So first up, if you do want more details on each of these games, do check out the episode. I've put the number at the top of the screen and the playlist is down in the pinned comment below, because honestly with 35 games over 2 episodes, this needs to be a little bit more quickfire than normal. So kicking things off today, we've got Ape Out. It's coming from the mighty Devolver Digital. Incredible game with a solid 50% off right now. This one, you're the title ape and you need to battle your way out of the laboratory you basically awaken. This lab though, it is full of armed guards, so either move quick and obviously evade them, or crush them into just like goo. That second option, very much my favourite. The standout areas though here, it's gotta be the visuals are just stunning and vivid with this low detail like quality, and then the jazz soundtrack, a creative piece of just absolute genius. So you like Mega Man, you should play Mighty Gunvolt Burst. This one, it brings together Gunvolt and then Beck from Mighty No. 9, and it throws you into a 2D action platformer that just overall has solid controls, great pixel work, and a high score system that is absolutely addictive thanks to what it's calling the Burst Combo System. Started life on the 3DS this one, but it is by far the best way to play here on the Switch. There's also like a ton of cheap DLC available too that adds additional characters. 60% off here as well, a new all-time low. So you wanting something a little bit more on the serious side of things? Check out Nightcall. This one, it's a mystery experience which is all about the story. That's me saying expect non-stop dialogue and of course dialogue options. The idea though, you've survived a serial killer. In fact, you're the only ever survivor, and now you're returning to work. You're a taxi driver around Paris and you must now do everything you can to solve the mystery of who the killer is, while paying bills of course, by questioning those that join you for a ride. A few scenarios means repeat plays, and then this one just oozes style thanks to the black and white visuals and soundtrack. The 30% off here as well, another new all-time low. Wandersong then, it dropped on sale, which we do not see too often. If Nightcall's black and white visuals and almost adult tone wasn't for you, this one's going to overload you with colour and for sure lighten the mood. Offering 70% off, this is a musical adventure as you sing your way through this world to basically save the universe. I describe it personally as a puzzle adventure, and it just has a good heart. It's a feel-good experience. With a 10-hour runtime as well, you're for sure gonna get your money's worth. Furi now, an absolute masterpiece, plain and simple. It's a boss rush game, meaning only boss fights, nothing else, and it's just challenging as hell. I'd go even as far as to call it absolutely brutal. The idea though, 3D arena based battles which are mainly hack and slash, but they do play with the idea of projectiles and then some bullet hell moments. 60% off, not quite the lowest I've seen on this game, but it's not far off, and to be honest, Furi, it's an easy one to recommend even at full price. So Cuphead now, and I featured this back when the series was called Hidden Gems, and I got some stick for including this because it's definitely not hidden, let's face it. I get it, honestly. I love this game though. Wanted the chance to talk about it, and that's really all it comes down to. Like Furi, this is a boss rush entry with a very occasional level to beat. It's a complete masterpiece though, the rare 10 out of 10 experience for me, and it probably has some of the most impressive visuals I've seen in a long time. 25% off is a rare deal on this one that I do suggest you check out. Also, roll on the DLC whenever that may be. It feels like I've been waiting forever to see it. Invisible Ink, another one we don't see sales on too often, but this is for you tactical strategy fans out there. This one was stealth dropped onto the eShop and sadly it appears nearly immediately forgotten. Genre fans, you should absolutely pick this up. It throws you into a secretive agency, you are a spy, and you can expect moments here of just all out action as well as a whole lot of stealth. Everything about this one, it just works on the Switch. This genre can be very difficult to pull off, especially handheld, but this one, thanks to its small scale battles, it's up there as actually one of my personal favourites to play on the console. This 25% off, then it matches the all-time low, and as I say, again, I want to reiterate, we rarely see a discount here, so if you're considering it, now might be the time. Stories Untold from Devolver Digital again, and this is so underappreciated, it just embodies the hidden gem meaning. It's a horror experience which it considers experimental, meaning honestly there's not a huge amount to its gameplay. I'd still though strongly suggest horror fans you go and check out a few reviews and maybe consider adding it to the library. It's got this very cool 80s vibe that no doubt it's going to remind some of you of Stranger Things, which makes sense though because the cover artist for this also did a lot of the poster work for Stranger Things. Not the lowest price, but still a decent 50% off. My only warning here, it's only 2 to 3 hours of gameplay, still a very good 2 to 3 hours though. Murder by Numbers, and this was a nice surprise as it combines visual novel elements with Picross. The story, you work on a detective TV show as a lead actress in 1996, or at least you did until you were unfortunately fired. Moments after you're fired though, your boss only goes and ends up getting murdered. Now you must team up with Scout, a robot, to solve the mystery while clearing your name of the incident. Great cast of characters, and yeah, seriously, all of them are likeable. Then increasingly challenging Picross puzzles and locations to visit. Not going to be for everyone, but it is for sure very unique. This is also a new all-time low of 33% off, and you're going to get a decent chunk of gameplay here as well. Panzer Paladin now, and this is a new game that I didn't expect to see a discount on so soon. It's a small one, but still 20% off, marking the first ever sale. I'm absolutely okay with that. When I first saw it, honestly, I thought, overpriced. I couldn't have been more wrong. It's an awesome 2D action platformer where you basically rock mech armor and just crush everyone in sight. The campaign though is relatively decent in length, around 7 to 10 hours. They also just nailed the pixel art style here and weapon selection. It's one of my favorites in the current sale, as small as that discount may be. Creature in the Well is another sale we rarely see. Here it's offering 40% off and a new all-time low. It's a top-down dungeon crawler that is for sure different. It's blending hack and slash gameplay with pinball and brick breaker elements. Very cool game, gives a ton of customization options as well, and there's nothing else quite like it. While the story is basic too, it was interesting enough that it absolutely locked me in. You're trying to unlock the power of what is an ancient facility. Full Metal Furies now is coming in with 66% off, and while we have seen this price before, it's not very often basically. Last time was like 7 months ago, and this one is well respected for good reason. From the creators of the also incredible Rogue Legacy comes an action RPG, and while I will say it is fun in single player, it's really made for and elevated in quality for local or online multiplayer. I'd suggest with this one, grab a few friends, you can have up to 4 players, you'll have an absolute blast taking down a ton of different enemies. The Almost Gone, it won't be for everyone, but I think this one was a stunning and unique experience set around the idea of dioramas. You'll navigate this world basically switching between dioramas. They each represent a room or a small piece of the location. You're looking for clues to uncover the mystery of why you are trapped between life and death. The best thing I can say about this one, an incredibly powerful story. It's kind of sad to see this one not only getting a permanent price drop a few months back, but then now is offering 70% off. Hopefully this is going to be enough to get it the attention it absolutely deserves from the Switch community. Lonely Mountains Downhill, speak about this one all the time, but incredibly addictive experience where the idea, in premise at least, is simple. Make it from the top of the mountain to the bottom while completing different challenges. That could be simply working out the direction you're going, to learning shortcuts, to completing the entire run without a single crash. A lot harder than it sounds. Seriously fun, seriously challenging, but with 25% off, it's not a bad price at all. With this one though, I want to give a warning, expect a learning curve going in. Those controls, there's 2 options, it takes a little while to get your head around them. 1980X finally goes on its first sale, and I adored this one. While I do think you need to love your retro to go into this, it's a coming of age story set around life in the suburbs and your discovery of an arcade. You're going to be checking out different games, and those games you're using as a form of escapism. It's the first in what should be a series, but I really did enjoy the 5 mini games included. Some are so good, in fact I wish they got full games built around them. It's short, you'll wrap it in probably an hour and a half. I've been back a couple of times though, but it's a great game that clearly had a lot of love put into it. 30% off as well, it's not bad for a first time ever sale. Also, it was a pretty low price point to begin with. Bloodroots is a great hack and slash isometric experience. It's just over the top violence through and through. I've featured this one a few times. I think the visual style just hooks everyone immediately. I get a ton of questions every time I show it. This one though, we did recently see a monster 90% discount, so the 45% on offer now, it's not really honestly doing it for me. That said, if you do spend your cash here, I'm confident you wouldn't be disappointed even if you did pay full price. This is a fantastic release, especially in handheld. The Gardens Between then, this is described as a single player adventure puzzle experience. For me, you come here for the story though more than anything. What it is, non-stop gameplay, the whole world, it's built around the story, and it's just honestly something special. You're going to follow two friends as they examine their friendship, the memories they've built, what they must let go of, and what should never be left behind. I don't think I've ever met someone that didn't fall in love with this game the second they played it, and this is a new all-time low with 73% off. So Manifold Garden keeps us on the puzzle theme, but this one is a complete head trip and an incredible piece of design work. The craftsmanship on show here still confuses me how they made it all work, honestly. It just plays with the idea of infinite settings so well. Restore life though to this world and just feel your brain slightly explode as you try to figure it all out. The first sale since the launch here, it's a small but welcome 20% off. Okay, so our final game, and let's lighten the mood a little bit. Hatsune Miku Project Diva Megamix. I'm a sucker personally for a rhythm game, and this is up there as one of the better but more expensive ones available on the Switch. Hatsune Miku as a series, well loved, and it's just got all the flashy visuals you could ever want for the 100+ tracks included. Throw in then a ton of customization options, think costumes, t-shirts and the like, and yeah, there's just a ton to do here. Really good deal this one, a new all-time low with 50% off, and I doubt we'll see it ever really drop much lower than this. And that's the first 10 episodes wrapped, and the first 19 of the 35 games we're going to be discussing that are on sale right now that all come highly recommended from me. Expect episode 2 of this though to drop tomorrow. I'll be taking a look at volumes 11 through 20 and another 16 games. Once that is live, I will put a link around here somewhere. With that though, look, a shout out to the patrons of the channel who are just going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. Helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. If you do want to check that out for yourself, I've linked it down in the video description below. Then hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as we all do here. Join our growing family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.